Hi Mom, happy Mother's Day. This is Carissa all the way from China, and I wanted to take this moment to thank you for everything that you've been to me throughout my entire life. And over the weeks I've been thinking about this day and how you've been an incredible role model to me as a businesswoman, as a Christian, as a woman in general, as a community service contributor. You've just been remarkable, and I wrote down some of the things that came to mind that you've done that have blessed me, that have stuck with me, and that I'll never forget. Here you go. I remember going to school after leaving Valley Road, where you prepared the most delicious breakfast of a hard-boiled egg, grapefruit with sugar, and cinnamon toast fresh out the oven. I always liked the ones that were a little extra dark. I remember how you took me on community service projects before I even knew what community service was. We'd go to nursing homes, and we'd go to hospitals, and we'd visit the sick, and you'd have us really shine the light. Even Toys for Tots on several occasions, I remember you taking us there. And how you took Christina and I to Vivian Herbert's house to get our hair braided because you wanted your girls to look good. I remember how when my siblings and I would fight, you would take us back to 1 Corinthians 13 and make sure that we read it every day until it was stuck in our hearts and stuck in our heads, and the anger and fighting went away. I remember you taking me to Denny's when I was maybe about 8 or 9 and sitting me down, drawing pictures of what was getting ready to happen in my body, and we had the talk. Now, I know Karita ended up going to Red Lobster for her talk, but I sure enjoyed those pancakes. I remember you writing me that check for college and knowing that it was a sacrifice for you and Dad, but you wanted to make sure that I realized my dreams. I remember you teaching me about tithes and offerings at a very early age, and how we're supposed to be a good steward of everything that we receive, and that every dollar that I received, I was supposed to give God 10 cents. Thank you for teaching those principles. I still do that today. I remember how you taught us 3-part harmony, wrote songs, and encouraged us to do the same. I remember how you gave me my first etiquette lesson on how to properly set the table. You taught me my manners and showed me how to sit and act like a lady. I remember when you nodded yes when I told you I was moving to China, and how you and I both cried a little bit when I left. I remember watching you preach behind the lectern and play behind the organ, knowing that your gifts always made room for you, and you always gave it your all, and you still do. I remember you taking us to that lady's house and getting us those matching pink dresses with the ruffles made for our singing engagements. Now, I know those cost a lot of money back then, but I really appreciate the sacrifice. I remember on prom night how you came into the bathroom and gave me that glistening gold 10 Commandments bracelet, encouraging me not to forget what I had been taught on my wonderful prom night, and I didn't. I remember you sharing your story of how you waited for Dad and that I could wait too, and I'm certainly glad that I have. I remember how you always showed up at our engagements, even when we recruited our own musicians. When I saw your face in the crowd, I knew that everything would be all right. I remember how you took us to Walmart that one year for back-to-school shopping, and you bought us those jean short outfits, and I could not believe my eyes when I saw how much you paid. I think it might have been 100 something, but back then I thought it was like $1 million. I remember when you, my mother, dressed me up as I became a licensed evangelist missionary, just like you and Grandma. The fact that you put on my cross and my cap will stay with me forever. I remember how you helped me pack this laptop and my laptop bag. How you helped me pick out this laptop and my laptop bag before coming here to China, and how our last-minute shopping trip was so memorable. Even in the snow, you and I had the best time. So I just wanted to stop and thank you for everything that you've done for me, every prayer you prayed for me, everything you've done with me that has caused me to be the woman and helped me be the woman that I am today. I absolutely love you, and I think that the world needs to know how awesome you are. There are only 4 other people that have an amazing mom like mine, and that's Kanisha, Christina, Kadar, and Karita. And honestly, I feel pretty bad for the rest of the world. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Mwah! I love you.